Hey guys, what's going on? Welcome back to my channel. It is Del, and I am back with episode 2 of delqhic Learns Kerbal Space Program. Now, in the last episode, we went through the first two training scenarios, basically. So we did construction basics and flight basics. That was a couple of days ago, and I did those. Pretty much all of that's probably gone in one ear and out the other, so let's just move on to the science basics and see where we get. So in this tutorial, Werner von Kerman will walk you through the Kerbal scientific method. You'll learn how experimentation works and why it's so cool. So cool, man, so cool. Okay, let's see how this goes. Hello, and welcome to today's lecture on the Kerbal scientific method. I am Werner von Kerman, scientist extraordinaire. This tutorial doesn't really require any previous knowledge, but in order to gather science points, you'll have to acquaint yourself with almost every aspect of the game, so you should do them all at some point. We are now at the Kerbal Space Center. I'll give you a quick tour. You can hover the mouse over any building to see its name in the bar at the bottom of the screen. I really don't know if I can be bothered to do that accent for the entire thing. The large building on the top left, closest to the runway, is the space plane hangar. Here you can build and fly space planes. The large cube-like structure in the middle is the vehicle assembly building. This is where you'll be constructing most of your spacecraft. It is connected to the launch pad located at the upper right. I presume that's over there. And I've lost myself. Oh, this is where you can put your creations to test and start new missions. However, the launch pad will only allow vertical launches. Crew management and hiring applications will take place in the astronaut complex, which is located next to the flagpole on the left. The facility with the 3 parabolic antennas is the tracking station, through which you can manage, access and observe all active missions. Right, okay, so there are the antennas, the astronaut complex, flagpole on the left, located next to the flagpole on the left. I don't see a flagpole. Probably that looks like a complex. I don't see no flagpole though, but sure. Next. The large complex at the bottom of the Space Center is the, oh no, okay, that must be that, whatever, is the Research and Development Center, R&D, or complex even, that main focus of this tutorial. This is where you'll make use of the science points your missions award you and you'll gain more parts. Go ahead and click it to see it in action. Let's go. Oh, blimey. Okay. Very good. What you see in the middle of the graph paper is the tech tree. It shows how far your research has taken Kerbal technology. You don't have much to show right now because you're not a world-class scientist like myself. At least not yet. Good, at least he has faith. I trust you have the potential to achieve great things. I agree. In a typical career game, you'll start with a few parts and have to earn the rest. For education's sake, I've gone ahead and given some data to your scientists, so you should have enough science to unlock the next node. The amount of science you have is shown on the top right. Go for it, select the grayed out node and click the blue research button on the right pane. So, 5 science, click that, which is 4, so what is basic rocketry. How hard can rocket science be anyway? It gives me those parts to use. Okay, research. Hooray, that's how research is done. You should have noticed new nodes to be research spawned from the one you just researched. Now you're presented with choices. Don't know what to pick next? Don't worry, you can select a node at any time and useful information will be displayed in the right pane. For example, what parts it contains and how much science is needed to research it. So, general rocketry, more engines, more fuel, more ambitious ideas. Stability, which for the stars starts with keeping our spacecraft pointed generally in the right direction. And survivability, the art and science of landing and walking away from it. And you require 15 to research. What does that 3 mean? Stability 18, research 18, research 20. I don't know what that little. Oh, because it's stage 3. So that had a 1, that had a 2. No, that had a 4. I don't know. Whatever. I guess we'll find out. Where does it come from? Now, you're probably thinking to yourself, this is all nice and jolly, but how do I get more science? You can get more in 3 ways. Experiments, situations, and biomes. Almost anything you'll do will be an experiment, be it Kerbal's writing reports during EVAs or observing mystery goo. All of these actions can be accessed through the various right-click context menus. Just keep in mind that your crew needs to survive the mission for you, I presume that's supposed to say to get the science. Okay. Situations, as the name implies, is about getting yourself in particular situations. This could be landing, orbiting, splashing down, or anything really. Biomes are surface samples. Kerbals can collect EVAs during their mission. To keep track of your progress, you can access the science archives by clicking the yellow button on the upper left. Well, what are you waiting for? Click it. Sure thing. That's it. In the archives, you can see what experiments, situations, and biomes you have already collected. This is important because you see if you repeat the same experiment multiple times, its scientific value degrades because you're not learning anything new, mind you. As a result, you will not get as much science as you did the first time until you get practically nothing. I see. Another outstanding feature of the archives is that you can check what celestial bodies you have already visited and conducted experiments in. You can do so by clicking the icon corresponding to the body that you're interested in. For now, you will only see the records of the research I gave you, but once you start doing your own science, you'll be able to check it there. Conclusion. Well, this is all I can say about science. This is a theoretical class, and I'm sure it will all make a lot more sense when you go out and try it yourself. Remember that science requires curiosity, so go out and experiment. And don't be discouraged if a mission doesn't quite go as planned. If you learn something new, it's not a complete failure. If you're still feeling lost, feel free to try the other tutorials. I must continue my own research now. I'm looking forward to your accomplishments. Show yourself out by using the red button on the upper right when you're done. Okay, so these are our different planets and the sun, so I presume we're currently on planet Kerbin. It's supposed to be Earth. Oh, I see. Okay, so it kind of actually sort of mirrors, I suppose, the planets in real life. I suppose we've got Mercury, Venus, Earth, Mars, and then what comes after Mars? Is it Saturn? And then Jupiter, although I swear Jupiter's red, and Saturn should have a ring around it, and then Neptune? I can't remember. Okay, so if I click on Kerbin, then the Moon and Minmus, Eve, Gilly, nothing. Oh wow. So one day I'll get to Bop. There aren't any records to see here. Oh, okay. Kerbin, recovery of a vessel that survived a flight. Science 5. What does that do? Nothing. Okay. Current data value 0.83, nothing on the sun, nothing on those, nothing on the moon or Minmus. Okay. I think that's us done then for that tutorial. If we exit back out, because I think that's everything he's got for us. Yeah, go on then. We'll exit back out, quit to the main menu, and we will move on to the Orbiting 101 training scenario. This training scenario covers the basics of flying a spacecraft in orbit, essential maneuvers like raising and lowering apoapsis and periapsis nodes, and also important concepts such as what the term apoapsis and periapsis mean. You'll start off in a low circular orbit around Kerbin with the Orbiter 1 training craft ready to go. So I'm going to start off in orbit. Well, here goes nothing. Welcome to the Orbiting 101 training program. I'm Gene Kerman and I'm going to teach you the basics of orbiting. I assume you've already done the basic flight tutorials and are now ready to learn how to get around in space. If you haven't done them, well, I hope you know what you're doing. I've done them, but it still doesn't mean I know what I'm doing, unfortunately. So we've got, again, Bill, Jebediah and Bob. I think they were the guys we had last time, I can't remember. Let's see where Bob is. Oh no, I can't click on either IVA, unfortunately. Can't click on anything. Orbiting is really nothing more than free-falling. The only thing is that as you fall, you're moving so fast forward you actually miss the ground, because up here there is no atmosphere to slow you down. You'll continue to free-fall endlessly around the planet without having to use your engines. We are currently on a low, almost circular orbit around Kerbin. To get a better view of your situation, press the M key to go into the map view. I see. And then, okay, you hold right-click, and I see what he means. Is that? Yeah, that's the Mun. Okay. Where's that? There was another place called Minmus. Kerbin Apoapsis, Kerbin Periapsis. That's the Mun. Where's Minmus? Or whatever else it was called. It's Tylo and Leith. Wow. You can go quite far by the looks of things. Ike. Is that the Canadian planet? I'd like to get to Ike. That's my best attempt at a Canadian accent. If anyone isn't aware, that was a reference to Ike from South Park. This is the map view. Here you can see your ship's position and its current trajectory around the planet. Use the mouse to look around, see your orbit from various angles, or hovering over the icon on the map will display more information about them. I just found that out. Close the map when you're ready so we can proceed. Done. I agree, Gene. Good, let's get practical now. I trust you already know your basic spacecraft controls. So that was the roll the pitch and the view with whilst and Q&E. They're very much the same, only that the lack of an atmosphere makes the ship behave quite a bit differently. Because there is no drag slowing you down. For every input you'll apply, you'll have to apply to an opposite one to come to a stop again. I'm going to remotely nudge your attitude controls a little. Try to get the ship back under control afterwards. If you find yourself totally out of control, hit T to toggle SAS. Are you ready? There's no time like the present. Ooh. Okay. So I need to oh, this is quite difficult actually. I presume, oh yeah, Q&E I should be. Oh no, that makes me go faster. Oh no, 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 I do not want to do that. If I tap it gently, I think that's... Look at their faces. Having the time of their lives they are up there. Oh no, I've just ended up speeding it up. I can't control that with the mouse, I was hoping. Just trying to change the yaw at this point and then slow it. I don't know what it is I actually need to change by here. Because it's going in all three directions, so if I just go hold all three of those for a bit and just, there we go, that slowed it down a bit. If that slowed it down even more, and I have stopped there. There we go. Okay, I see. I've managed to do it. Nicely done. Attitude control is an essential skill for a spacecraft pilot. Master it and you'll be well on your way to becoming an expert commander. You can do this again if you want. Press next if you're ready to move on. I'm ready. But I didn't press next, I pressed ready. Okay, now let's have a look at the nav ball. You've probably seen the symbols on it when you were spinning around. I did indeed. Here's what they mean. Prograde vector, it points towards your it points to where you're going. Retrograde vector, it points directly away from your velocity. Prograde waypoint vector, it points towards your current waypoint, and retrograde waypoint vector points directly away from your current waypoint. Okay. Open your map again, sure. What we want to do now is go through some of the basic manoeuvres you'll need to know. Let's try raising your apoapsis first. The apoapsis is the highest point in an orbit, and it's indicated by the node marked ap. That's the periapsis, that's the apoapsis. The best place to raise your apoapsis is at the periapsis node, which is the lowest point of your orbit. If you hover the mouse over the periapsis node, you'll see that we are going to reach it in a few minutes. T minus 4 minutes 54. Once there, we will face prograde and burn. Press period to speed up time a little so we can... Oh, okay. Okay, now time is passing 5 times faster than normal. We should be there in a few moments. You can control time up with the period and comma keys or click the arrows on the panel on the top left of the screen. Okay. This time, I'll put us back to normal time just before we reach periapsis. Out of training though, you'll have to warp time down to 1 times yourself, so don't go too fast or you might miss your mark. Sure. I see. I'm going to go a bit faster, because it's taken a while. There we go. Okay, we are a few seconds away from periapsis now. Time to burn prograde and do our burn. However, instead of closing the map, let's just bring up the nav ball here so we can see what's happening to our orbit as we accelerate. To bring up the nav ball on the map, click the little tab at the bottom centre of the screen, or tap the numpad period. Okay. Remember, the prograde vector looks like this. Make sure the ship is pointing towards it before accelerating. Blimey, right, okay. So, oh, I should be doing... No, I should be doing that. Where on earth is the prograde vector? It's in this direction, I think. Oh no, it's down there. I missed it. Missed it. Turn. No, wrong way, wrong way, wrong way. This way. I think it's there. Yeah, there. So it's... There we go. Nope, 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 nope. Stop. There. Perfect. Okay, now to turn prograde. I've engaged stuff for you to keep it steady. Press the Z key to or Z, even I'm not American, to accelerate at full throttle. Notice how the opposite side of your orbit starts to rise as you accelerate. Keep thrusting prograde until your apoapsis altitude reaches about 800,000 meters. Okay. Sure. Okay, this... Oh, can I now hit period? Cannot work faster than 1 times while the ship's under acceleration. No, I can't, so I've just got to sit here until that hits 800k. Sure thing. What other buttons can I click on here? Staging, docking, orbit map. Staging. Oh, okay. That just gives me a view of me going around Kerbin. I don't know what planet that is, I forgot what, probably the Moon. Is that Africa? Or supposed to be Africa? I don't know, shouldn't Madagascar be about there? Madagascar's bigger than that. Unless it's South America? No, because I don't think South America has that sticky orbit. Or maybe it's not supposed to be any specific continent at all. Ooh, is that the base? I can only zoom in on the I think that looks like the base. Look, there's the runway. Hold left control or hit X. Hold left control, there we go. This is how you raise your apoapsis node. With orbital maneuvers, pretty much everything you do will affect the opposite side of your orbit, so to raise the highest point, apoapsis, you thrust forward or prograde at the lowest point. Similarly, to raise your periapsis, you thrust prograde at apoapsis. We're on our way to the apoapsis now, so let's do just that. Okay, time warp up to 50 times. Ooh. Going fairly... Ooh, it's night time there. Doop, 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 doop. On the way to apoapsis node. Now, notice how your ship loses speed as we rise. That's because we're dimming away from the... Or climbing, not dimming. Climbing away from the planet, so we lose speed as we go higher, just as you would if you were climbing a hill back here on Kerbin. The higher you are, the slower your orbit will be. Notice how the Moon's orbital speed is around 540 meters a second, while yours is far higher. When we reach apoapsis, we'll burn prograde again to raise the... I didn't read that. Here we are, same as before, turn prograde and fire up those engines. Okay, so... Wait, am I not on prograde? Oh yeah, of course, I'm now on retrograde. It's changed. Okay, so I should, theoretically, I think... No. Just have to do... No. Down, E a little bit. E and all the way down? I think it should be... Hit! Yes, I was correct. Common sense. Woohoo, I've got some. No, wrong way, wrong way, wrong way, wrong way. No, wrong way again. There we go. And then what was it? Z? Keep burning prograde until the orbit is nearly circular. Let's hit the map. I can't see because of that thing at this point. C minus... Okay. Is it going to tell me when I stop? Until the orbit is nearly circular. I mean, let's be real, it's looking pretty nearly circular already. Bottom seat Jebediah. Okay. I can't click on them from there though. And the ship as well, orbital 1A. Okay. Oh. From map view. Until the orbit is nearly circular. Ooh, that's gone off course just a tiny bit by the looks of things. I should go A and S. Get to B, and then I think just a tiny bit of, no, a tiny bit of Q. Yeah. No, 2. A, S, and we're dead on, there we go. That's what I was looking for. does gradually keep going off course though, doesn't it? Oh, okay, that's definitely getting a bit more circular now. There we go. There we go. Nicely done. This is how you change the size of your orbit. This manoeuvre should come in handy on many situations. Next, we'll look into changing your orbital inclination. Press the next one, ready to proceed. I just want to, before that, I can't hit escape. Never mind. Your orbital inclination is the angle your orbit makes to Kerbin's equator. If you've managed to maintain a reasonable amount of control this far, we should still be in a nearly 0% inclination orbit. That is, even though we've changed the altitude of our orbit, it still has the same inclination as before. Changing inclination is done by thrusting in 90-degree angles to your prograde vector, but without changing your pitch relative to the surface. On our present nearly equatorial orbit, prograde is due east. This means to increase our inclination so that our orbit takes us into higher latitudes, we have to burn towards the north. If all that I've just said made your head spin, the nav ball once again comes to your rescue. To change your orbital inclination, you can use the normal vectors. Okay, in this case you'll need to use the normal vector. Let's try that now. Turn the ship onto the normal vector's direction and open the throttle. Okay, so the normal vector would be north, so I believe it should be up this way. That's not the nope. Nope, that's the retrograde. That's the anti-normal vector. Okay. So it should, if I just hold A, be all the way over there. Yep, there we go. Need to go back in the other direction. Typical, I just went all the way around again. Then A, and we're on, and then he said hold Z. Let's go. Can I just settings? There we go. Just wanted to turn down the spacecraft a little bit, fairly loud, turn it down to about 10%. Yeah, there we go. That's a lot better. There we go. Notice how as you burn north, your orbit starts to tilt up. The periapsis and apoapsis nodes remain mostly the same. I don't actually, because I'm not really looking. Oh, there we go. Okay, now pointing north. This is because we're accelerating on a completely new direction. So this manoeuvre doesn't add or take away any energy from the orbit. Keep accelerating north until your inclination is about 10 degrees. Blimey. They really do make you hold down the keys a little bit, don't they? I wish I could speed up, but nope, under acceleration, so I can't. I wonder where else there is I can go. I presume that's still the moon. I can't hover over it and do anything though because I think I'm accelerating, so it won't let me. Anything over that direction? Just looks like the Andromeda Galaxy or whatever those things are called. I know space. I really don't. I lied. Oh, that's the sun. That's quite bright. I do know what the sun is though, thankfully. Seems to be, I need to be just tilting that a tiny bit. There we no, and then it just, okay, it just rocks back and forth a little bit. 9.7, 9.8, 9.9, 10. There we go. Good, this is how you change your orbital inclination. For these manoeuvres, it's always better to do it in the slowest parts of the orbit, so you don't have to spend as much delta V to turn your orbit around. This also means inclination changes on larger orbits, such as we are on now, take less fuel than the same inclination change on a lower one. Also keep in mind that changing inclination doesn't necessarily mean accelerating to the north or south. It means accelerating on 90-degree headings to your prograde vector, which on our nearly equatorial orbit also happen to be towards the north. Next, let's look into the last essential manoeuvre you'll need to learn, lowering our orbit. Sure thing. Proceed. As you can imagine, lowering your orbit's altitude is very much like raising it, only in reverse. Because there's no air up here, we can use our main engines to decelerate as well as accelerate, because nothing says we have to be facing some direction or another. Also, since our orbit is nearly circular, we can just turn retrograde and do our burn at any time now. So let's get to it. Turn towards the retrograde vector and start those engines up again. Sure, where the balls was the retrograde vector was just here, I think, wasn't it? If I was correct. Ooh, that way. Doop, 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 doop. Doop, doop, doop. There we go. Z, or Z even. Off we go. Until the altitude is around 30,000. Wow. keep getting it close, try to get it as close as possible this time. If you shouldn't get it too low, turn prograde and accelerate again. For precision, remember that you can modulate your throttle using the left control and left shift keys. I just want to test something then. If I hold this and then, so I'm accelerating, so I've probably got momentum. If I let go now, or hit X, I stay exactly where I am. Right, okay. I thought I'd just keep going, but sure. I'm not that great at physics, so okay. So I'm just aiming for 30,000. I'll keep an eye on that. Liquid. Oh, I don't know what any. I don't want any of that. Does it? That probably means eject. I won't do that. I don't really want Bob, Jebediah, and Bill to die. Jebby, Bob, Bill. That's their trio name. Met. Is that the Met office telling me the weather? I really don't know what that does. And warp I can't see because I've got a big DX story FPS counter covering most of that, so I really can't see what that actually says. Atmosphere, that was a fun board game back in the day. It was that scary board game where you had the DVD. It was a horror game and you played along with the scary fella on the telly. That was a fun game. I remember getting that for my birthday one day. Lights, camera, action. Where are my lights? I see no lights. Lights probably don't work in space, I don't know. Okay, we're very close. On 50, 40, and stop. Nope, carry on, nope. Stop, there we go. That's it now, you're now on your way back. 30,000 metres is low enough to be in the atmosphere, so you're now on a re-entry course to Kerbin. Once we're below 60,000 metres, the atmosphere will start slowing the ship down so that it won't have enough velocity to rise back up again. This is the end of our lesson now. You can continue doing manoeuvres on your own, or wait for periapsis and do a re-entry and a land. Okay, let's give that a shot. Let's try and land. See you on the ground. What did he just say? Periapsis, right. So what if I've got to, oh okay, I've got to get to periapsis. Okay, so I need to be facing, oh blimey, I don't know, facing prograde? If I hold this, no. I'm just looking at the icon. Is he supposed to turn? I can't remember what the blue one is. He's not turning at all, is he? Oh no, which way? Oh, what have I done? Where am I going? He said I aim for periapsis. I presume that was prograde, but I get the feeling I'm probably wrong. That's going to face us up, which I don't want to do. Probably want to just... No, so that turns the ship. Is it probably S? Yeah, but not right there. Probably want to do that. That. Then that. Yeah. Like there. If I hit M. Now if I start going, where am I going the right direction? I am. Get in. So hopefully, oh, but that's moving away. Why is that moving away? I don't want that to move away. That's moving further. That's moving further away from the. Oh, I'm hitting the wrong button. I want to be about. I need that periapsis to be closer. No, stop. Should I go retrograde again? This is difficult. Let's just see what happens when I go there. I just want to try and land. So on this, I'm moving across. Okay, so I need to be facing that when I get this, when I get the periapsis sorted again. So I should be here, I think, ish, and then there we go. That's more like it. Hey, I'm learning stuff, I think. There. Then I want want that to be much closer. Then when I get closer, there, I'll go across to here, and I feel really, really clever. I hope I haven't spoken too soon. Go. Wait until I can't. I wish I could speed up time while accelerating. That would be so much nicer. I think I'm moving away from here. Yeah, I definitely am, but it feels like it's going to take us blooming ages. So I'm going that way around the Earth this time, okay? I think I'm doing something wrong, but I don't know what. What does that do? Stability assist, prograde, retrograde, anti-normal. Don't tell me I can just click those. I actually can, it just sends me to them. No, where was I going? Anti-normal? Yeah. I can literally just click them and it'll take me, and it'll put me on the right ones I need. What a fantastic little tool that is. Who are you calling a tool? Not you, sorry Bob. Apple Apps is still there. I feel like last time I did this a lot quicker. Let's just radial. Let's try that. See what happens. Oh no, I'm moving closer, so anti-radial. Oh, he's overshot a little bit. Oh, that's so much easier just clicking those buttons. I suppose this feels like it's a bit quicker. I don't know. Retrograde, prograde, stability assist. This is taking its sweet ass time. Okay, I'm going to cut it here just because this is just a massive time thing, and I'm going to wait until we're a little bit closer, and then I'll start recording again. So see you guys in a couple of seconds. Okay guys, so I think I've done something wrong. I think it should that's flashing for some reason. I didn't end up getting quite as far away or as close to Periapse as I'd hoped, probably just under 50%. So I must have been doing something wrong. But oh well. Let's just play about then. So let's just get to this stage. I don't know really what else there is for me to do. I can't look at any of their point of views. I don't know what that button does. Does that... Should we find out? No? It won't even let me click it. What about this? It won't even let me click that either. How do I eject? How do I eject? They're all still alive, which is a good thing, I suppose. Met, ut. I don't know what either of those do. I don't know what that does. Docking. No, that's not helpful. I don't know why I can't. No target. Parachute. Deploy. I don't know what that button does either. Okay. I think we've reached the limit of what I'm going to end up getting done this episode because I seem a little bit lost in outer space, unfortunately. So that might have to be it for this episode, guys. I am sorry, Bill, Jebediah, and Bob. I may have accidentally just left you guys stranded in space. I'll get you guys back up at some point, I promise. Well, guys, I hope you enjoyed this episode of Kerbal Space Program. My knowledge of the game is definitely more than it was last episode. That's safe to say. If you did enjoy this video, please leave a like. Don't forget to subscribe, and I hope to see you guys in the next episode. So, bye-bye for now.